Hello, everyone. Today we are going to draw two views of a skull. This is in anticipation of our ceramic project, which will start next week to create an anatomically correct skull. This is what we're going to be going for with the ceramic skull. So this gives you an idea. The ceramic project, but I think it's helpful to draw it first. So you just have a outline of how a skull works. Okay, so I'm going to start with the eyes. So skull eyes are really more rectangular shaped than circles, but they're rounded at the corners. And then we have this Now this is the temple, and it comes around, and this is the zygomatic arch, and it kind of goes into the jaw. So here's the zygomatic arch. And here's the jawbone. And it's going to connect just like that. Okay. So there's going to be some shading here. So the bridge of the nose, and we'll see this better in the profile. And this is going to be dark. This sort of tucks in, so it's going to get some shading. And we'll see this also with the profile. But I want to point out that the eyes are about halfway from the top of the crown of the head. And people's mistake is they often forget how big our forehead is. So you really want a good sized forehead. I'm just going to put some just general shading on this just to give it some dimension. This part of the mouth, and I'm going to shade this here too, just to emphasize, it's really very round. So we're going to put a form shadow just to emphasize how round the mouth is. For our ceramic project, you don't have to worry about teeth, but you do want to get the shape. And this upper is very, very round, as is this. If you want to do teeth, you may, but it's more detail than you need, and you probably need a model. But if you choose to do teeth, draw them as a singular shape first instead of individual teeth. Otherwise, it kind of has a tendency of looking like corn on the cob. Okay, so there's a basic front view of the skull. So let's do a side view. This is so here's that front, and here's the eye. So we got a profile view. So you do get a bit of bony, the top of your nose, the bridge of your nose. And then here is the jawbone. And this is the part that's really round. I'm going to fix that a little bit here, a little more round. So this kind of tucks in. You can see, sort of tucks in with the skull. Happy with that, so let me just fix this a little bit. Does slope. Yeah, that's much better. And let's just put a cast shadow, just because I think cast shadows, I really encourage you to use cast shadows in your drawings. It introduces two things. It introduces gravity and light. So these are just real basic. We want to really emphasize the roundness of the mouth. And I'll show you this in class, how important that is. But mistakes that people make, eyes are usually up too high. They don't give enough of a forehead. Humans are very intelligent. We've got this very pronounced forehead, or our frontal lobe, and our higher reasoning is contained. Okay, that's a good start for our ceramic project, but let's draw this and just get familiar with the skull. Thank you.